my deal is this: when I was a kid, I wanted to play trombone with Kiss, and I didn't realize that Kiss didn't have a horn section.
I know, right? Not yet, anyway.
That's
the new one, the new Kiss.
Right. So that was out for me, and I just wanted to be a rock star. That's all I wanted to be, and I actually went to the Berklee College of Music.
Nice.
And I got a degree in music education.
Wow.
And I knew I wanted to be a rock star, but I knew I was still end up going to be a teacher. So that's the route that I took. And I've been a teacher forever. I think it's a good way to put it.
That's cool, though, man.
So yeah, music is important to me. I mean, I obviously, I've had cool gigs. I played in Pigeon Forge one time and opened up for Dolly Parton.
Wow.
And we did a gig one time where we opened up for Ray Charles. We had another gig where we opened up for Earth, Wind & Fire.
What?
And we got to play with Meatloaf at his daughter's wedding. So we've had a couple of cool gigs here and there. Yeah, good stuff. And for me, I've been a teacher for over 20 years. Been a teacher forever. And after I didn't, honestly, it was a fluke the way I got into the gun stuff. I was teaching in public school on September 11th, and my son was 9 months old. We had a meeting afterwards. The principal said if anyone got in the school that's not supposed to be there, that he would say the eagle has landed and everybody hides under the desks. And I was like, that seems kind of crazy. If all the teachers on the first floor had guns, they could shoot the bad guy. Teachers on the second floor can keep on teaching. And they thought I was crazy. So that February vacation, I went to go get my gun license, and I had a gun license by June. And I didn't know anything about it. I was a card-carrying NRA member. I had my gun license, never fired a gun before. So I took a class that year with the Gun Owners Action League, which is the state's pro-gun organization in Massachusetts. And we ended up doing the NRA basic pistol class, where we did some live firing, and I get to do some shooting, and I'm like, this is really cool. I like this. And after a couple of years of just being a weekend shooter, I go to the range once a week or something, I started doing these firearm safety education days with the Gun Owners Action League. And a couple years after that, one of the director of education asked me if I wanted to become an NRA instructor, and I took that route and took that path. And a couple years after that, I started teaching at a shooting school that we have up in Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
And my deal is, I was trying to make more money, just married and kids and everything. And I ended up going to the shooting school and saying, hey, I'm looking for a job for an instructor. After a couple years of being there, I would sit in the classroom and I'd teach 20 people, 22 people, gun safety stuff. Everybody started to look like Benjamin Franklin because everybody paid $100 to get in. And I'm like, how can I come home with more Benjamin Franklins? So a friend of mine convinced me I should start my own biz. So I've been doing that for the last couple of years. I got a Facebook page and a website and all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
And then, I mean, for me, it's I joined Toastmasters, and then that gave me honestly, hanging out. But being in Toastmasters helped me hang out with positive people and people who set goals and achieve them and work towards new things. So that just kind of spilled over. A friend of mine suggested hey, it'd be really funny if you made a video playing the trumpet and shooting a gun. I'm like, that's crazy.
That was original, dude. I'd never seen anybody do that before.
I got to tell you, I'm a little perturbed because I've seen other people.
Copy now.
I saw one guy did a video of his mother playing the Star Spangled Banner on the trumpet while he shot a gun, and I'm like, not the same. I've seen Chris Chen. I don't know if you know who Chris Chen is.
Yeah.
I've seen him shoot the Star Spangled Banner, but I'm like, you know what? They edited all that stuff. I'm one take Charlie, man.
Chris
one-handed mag
is a
change.
symphony guy.
What's that?
He's a symphony guy. He plays for orchestra somewhere.
Oh, that's cool.
What instrument does he play?
The only thing I've seen him play are the pitched targets.
No, he plays an instrument. I think he might be like a celloist or something.
Oh wow, I can see that. So let's talk about you and some music. You said you were in music and you wanted to get back into it.
I started off as a DJ. I was a kid in the hip hop era, so I'm looking at all these kids with the same hairdo I had in the 1980s, which cracks me up now.
Doing the Kid and Play.
Yeah, totally. That was me. I was there. And our music was not gangster rap. That's when I checked out. And that's kind of bears off to right here. Okay. And but the singing part, always wanted to do it. Just was afraid. And I learned through the podcasting where my range was, where I could mess up and not get booed too bad. Don't do we need Michael Jackson. That's like my clue.
Your voice is too deep for that.
Stay with the Johnny Cash. Stay in the,
right
in the outlaw country, which I learned to like, which is amazing. My whole we're on Pennsylvania. We're gonna take a right here.
Take a left.
A left, yeah, the other left, military left, and recently I joined a gospel group that plays really old quartet style music.
Oh wow!
I've been dragging the guitar around for probably longer than podcasting, but it was like decoration. I just had it in my house,
right?
And I had a folk guitar. I had different versions of electric guitars, and they were just there for furniture. Mm-hmm. And one day I thought, I'd really like to learn how to play this thing.
Yeah.
So I started buying everything from videos to DVDs to CDs to books, and finally found a tutor, and actually got some level of understanding of music. And I was like happy, but then again I was like totally afraid to come out of my basement. I'm just playing with myself. That sounds bad, but playing
guitar by yourself.
Yeah, man. And one day I was at church, and this guy was playing after church was over, and I said, "Hey, could I just like sit with you and hold my guitar, and maybe I can like follow something?" Mm-hmm. He was like, "Rev, you play?" And I was like, "No, I feel the urge to just be here in this whole musical world, the drummer and the keyboardist, and if I hit one note right, I'll be a happy guy. That'd be my whole dream right there." So, go bring your guitar. And I found out that I have a good ear for it. So,
oh, that's cool.
I was able to play almost a B.B. King-ish kind of thing, where
nice.
It's only like 2 or 3 strings at a time, but I could do the voicing. You know? So if somebody sang, I could copy that. And couldn't chord for crap. So somebody else heard it, and next thing I know, they're like, "Hey, we got a group." I'm thinking, you guys are going crazy because I'm not there yet. No, come on, you catch up. And I've been doing that now for about 4 years. So.
Cool, man. You know, that's the thing about B.B. King. Not that we certainly don't have to stay with one topic here. And that's a great thing about talking with you also, is you get this huge background. When B.B. King plays, he doesn't play chords. Like, he plays, and then he sings, and he plays, and then he sings. 3 of my favorite music artists are Willie Nelson, yes, Ray Charles, and B.B. King. And
yeah, mine too.
They never play the same song twice, the same way. No. Every time it's different. You can hear it 50 times. It's different every time.
I was at an amusement park many years ago, and the first time I ever tried to sing publicly, mm-hmm, they had a place where you could make your own cassette tapes. That's how long ago it was.
Oh my God.
And there was karaoke basically, but they would record your voice and make access to the music, and then you could put it on a cassette. Mm-hmm. So my wife was, I'm going to go get some apples. I said, "All right, you go get yours, candy apple." I snuck into this recording booth, and I'm looking at this giant chart of all these songs that people were playing. Yeah. And I thought, man, there's a Willie Nelson song always on my mind. I'm going to sing that one. So the guy goes, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a long story, but actually I like Willie." He's like, "Okay." So he puts it on, puts me in the booth. And man, I gave it my all. Like, I was on Carnegie stage. And
nice.
When I opened the door and came out of the booth, there was this huge crowd of people. And they were like, "Hey, who's in there? Who's singing that song of Willie?" And I said, "Oh, he's still in there." And it was like a Blazing Saddles episode where I like,
oh my God,
where I kind of like, "Wait, yeah, he's in there," and I like walked out.
He'll do it.
Exactly. I did not want to own up to that. I left the tape in there and everything. I was like, my wife was like, "What are other people doing out here?" I was like, "Oh, it's some guy in there they like really love." And they're like, she says, "Really? Who was it?" I was like, "I don't know."
That's too funny, man.
So that's me in country.
That's too funny. I have, so I've been a trombone player for forever, mm-hmm, and that's my instrument. And I was playing it. I dig everything. Like, one of my favorite guys is Louis Armstrong. But we were, I was playing in a Motown disco funk band in Boston. Yeah, we played 4 nights a week, and we did Sam and Dave, we did James Brown, we did Earth, Wind and Fire. I mean, we did everything.
Nice.
Everything. And we used to do, Sly and the Family Stone.
Mm-hmm. That's good right there.
Dance to the music.
Yes.
And so, they have that little section where they break it down and each section plays.
Yeah.
So we would go through the song twice, and once we'd go through and I played it, as the original, whatever, the original version. And then we would go through, and then when somebody, when the bass player played, he played the tighten up.
I like that.
And so we'd come in.
Oh, that's cool right there. Let's do a left right hand.
Okay. And so the guitar player was this Japanese dude.
Oh, wow.
He was just an amazing, amazing player. And so he would go out. He was a rocker. He could play anything, but he was a rocker. So he would play. He'd play like Crazy Train, right?
Oh, man.
So the lead singers. We had 2 lead singers that were black dudes, and so I went home one time and I learned all the words for Crazy Train. And I went over. I said, "Hey man, give me the mic." He's like, "What?" I said, "Give me the mic." So I started singing Crazy Train. And it was great. It was great. And then about 3 months later, the other song the guitar player used to do was AC/DC's. Oh my gosh, what was it? An AC/DC tune. Shook Me All Night Long.
Oh yeah.
So I learned that one. I'm like, "Hey man, give me the mic." And those are the only 2 songs I sang.
Gotta have your song, man.
That was it, man. That was it. And I got to tell you, I saw one time we got somebody wrote a thank you card for the wedding that we played at, and at the and part of the thank you card, they're like, "The band was great. We really enjoyed it. We absolutely loved hearing Ozzy Osbourne at our wedding." I'm like, "Where?"
I know, right?
That's me. Anyway, good stuff, man.
Music, because music transcends. Music splits us up. We get like caught up on stuff, but the music brings us back.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Well, listen, we are almost out of time here, so we need to wrap this up, and I hope that we can get an opportunity to do this again.
So do I.
So, Ken, this has been an absolute pleasure, man. We got to find somewhere to pull over and call it a day, and maybe we'll get a cup of coffee.
Shotgun with Charlie.
All right, well, listen, we are just about where we need to be, so we need to wrap it up with Kenn Blanchard. Kenn Blanchard's been a great guest, and we hope that we have an opportunity to do this again and get you back on the program and do some Riding Shotgun with Charlie.
Man, it's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you for putting up with me. I didn't know I was like working. This is fun.
This is fun work, man. Fun work. It's the best stuff. Ken, it's been a pleasure, man.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, let's do it again. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys later.